Cougars really pushing the ball both on defense and getting the ball up in transition, trying to find that open person for an easy two-point basket. This will be one of the first times that we get to see kind of their set offense here tonight. Stout gets the pull up two off of the screen by Doris. Just out, and we're going to get a push as Sanchez gets her first foul of the night.
Foul's going to be on the Cougars. Number 2, Julia Sanchez. That's her first personal, and team first.
So Lamp has the ball. Throws it in Nunez. Nunez pushes to the right. Head up, looking into paint. Nelson comes by. We're going to get another jump ball here. As Nelson's able to get a poke on it, kind of knock it loose, and then Sanchez comes along, grab a hold of it. And the jump ball goes to the Cougars. Ball being dribbled up. Pushes it to the left over. Sanchez has the open three if she wants it. Doesn't take it. Looks for the roll. Good look. The bounce pass to Nelson was there. It just got clipped on its way through. So good shot there by Postlewaite, the sophomore guard. Oh, nice. Push down and just kind of fades back into that shot. Cougars just a little off on their passes. Pressure comes, the trap's there, they're able to poke it free. Stout bounce pass into Nelson. Nelson looks, she finds Beaver. Beaver drives into contact. Layup, Nelson with the rebound and unable to clean it. And it's 4-4. Stout pokes the ball free. Good hustle to try to save the ball, but steps out of bounds.
Yeah, I love the lanes the Cougars are running in early. Doris is getting that run to the nose of the rim. The delivery is just a little bit late, but the Cougars really pushing the tempo, which is, I think, will serve them well all night.
Yeah, I like to see them get the ball up the court quickly. Just a little cleaner on the passes, and then just kind of finding themselves when they get the ball underneath the rim to make sure that they're setting themselves up for a good shot before the defense has the time to collapse on them. So again, a district game tonight, important for seeding late in the season when you get into the district tournament. We're going to have a full varsity game and then 1 quarter of JV afterwards, immediately following.
Yeah, sorry, the icon on the YouTube channel says 6 o'clock for JV and 7:30 for varsity, so I apologize about that. Just found out that the varsity was starting first when I got here. So I'm sure that was on some memo that I didn't read.
You don't get the one from Lawrence every week?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I don't read it.
Yeah. Well, it's good to have you here calling a girls' game, Brian. We're going to get you a lot of the high school girls' game.
Yeah, glad to be here and running the board.
So inbounds pass is open, and a good shot there by Nunez, and Purdy ladies take the lead 6-4. Ball to Doris, looks in for the second cutter, screen, roll, drives through. Good, nice little find to Nelson, back up, oh. Sanchez, good hustle there to try to maintain control. So again, just a little off on the passes. I like that. Go ahead.
Yeah, Doris had that seam to make that backdoor pass to Nelson, but Nelson didn't relocate. She kind of got stuck on the weak side and wasn't open for the pass. So just needed to do a little better ball movement, or a little better movement off the ball. The Cougars look like the better team, though. Once they get things figured out, they've had several full court layup opportunities.
So Purdy Eagles running Brian's favorite inbounds play with 4 up. And Nelson pokes the ball free. Nelson does such a great job with the quick hands to be able to deflect the passes. It's a big thing in Jasper, and then when she fouled out late in the game in the 4th quarter, they really missed that whenever they were trying to get the ball inbounds and push it up the court. Dribbled off the knee. Sanchez gets it back down to Nelson. Nelson, nice, easy, take your time. Good 2 points by Nelson. Ball passed in, skip pass over to 21, passed in down to number 10, Patterson. Patterson almost travels, picks it up, ball into the interior, over the short corner, a little bit of contact there on Beaver. And they're going to call that on the floor as Beaver came across and just had some incidental contact trying to get in a defensive position. Got a substitute here as Prater comes in for Sanchez. Prater's getting some good minutes the past several games here, coming as in the sixth man for the team. Ball passed up to Nunez. She looks for something, doesn't find it. Takes the jump shot again, just off, and dribbles through the traffic to the rebound. There we go, and oh! Again, just the passing just slightly off.
Just make that a bounce pass. That's an easy bounce pass in for a layup.
I mean, Cougars doing a great job of getting their heads up, getting the ball in. Just a little off on that because that was definitely 2 points.
A nice unselfish play by Beaver to make the pass ahead. Just needs to be an easier pass to receive.
So Postlewaite passes the ball over to Nunez. Nunez down there looking for the low post. And then trying to get that bounce pass, but Beaver did a good job reading it. And now she pushes it up to Prater. Prater looks to and just can't gain control of the ball.
I mean, the outlet into transition is perfect.
It's fabulous.
It's once they're getting into that 28-foot mark, it's like nothing can happen right for them at the moment.
Ball passed in. Looking for a break here. Patterson brings the ball up, looks for that next pass. Tipped by Prater. Back up to Postlewaite. And Nunez sets it up at the top. So what they're trying to do, they're just trying to create some action out of that low post. Pass over there for 3 attempt, short. And Stout comes up with the rebound, and the Cougars are on their way again. This time, she gets the ball poked free. As she was driving by Nunez. Nunez driving down. Nelson pokes that ball out, and it's going to stay Eagles ball.
Checking in for the Cougars, number 20, Jenna Quaddy, replaces Ella Nelson.
So a substitution here as Quaddy comes in for Nelson.
Cougars, number 2, Julia Sanchez.
And Sanchez comes in for Stout. Cougars in 2-3. Ball into the low post. Back to the top for the 3 attempt. Long. Loose ball. Nunez secures it. Dribbles through the traffic. And a block call is called on the illegal use of hands.
Yeah, I've noticed that as a ref, sometimes you just make up the signal after you call the foul. You recognize it's a foul, but you don't process the information to realize what the foul was, and so they just end up using arbitrary calls.
Pass in low post. Nelson stands up straight. Grabs their own rebound over their heads. Pushes that ball
Nice
to
ball.
Prater. And Prater loses control of it. Sanchez kicks it back to Nelson. Over to Beaver. Down to Prater. Prater loses control of it.
Let's switch this ball out. This ball's too slippery.
Checking in for the Cougars, number 3, Alex Stout.
And Prater comes in. Prater goes out as Stout comes back in. Yeah, it feels extra slick tonight, Brian. What a positive spin on that. Ball passed up. It's going to be loose. Loose ball. She's able to secure it. Pass it over to Nunez. Gets caught up for the pump fake. Loose ball. Good hustle by Sanchez, but I think she's on the out of bounds.
If the hair touches out of bounds, is that out of bounds? The ponytail?
It depends on what type. Are we talking about the bottom fray?
Yeah.
Or the thick top of it?
Yeah, just like the fray. I guess that's part of your body, so it's out.
Man, I don't know, Brian. You're the real book guy. Pass over Nunez. She's open, and she drops 2 more.
You know, they're probably going to have to move to a triangle and 2 or a box and 1 to keep Nunez.
So they're right there. That was a good example of passing the ball up. Quaddy gets the ball underneath and just goes up for the 2. But now we're going to get drawn for the foul because the Cougars didn't get back on defense sufficiently enough. But yeah, obviously their offense goes through Nunez.
Foul's going to be on the Cougars, number 2, Julia Sanchez. That's her second personal and team 4.
Nunez has, half of their team points.
Yeah, really nice look in transition that time by the Cougars. Like you mentioned, Quaddy's just right there secure with the ball and puts in an easy layup, and they've had 7, 8 more of those already tonight. It feels like a game where if the Cougars can clean it up, they can really pull out and score points quickly.
Yeah, like you said, the first push pass is excellent. It's just that long entry is just not as great. Got a couple substitutions here as Lackey comes in and Doris checks back in. So the Cougars, this is their big set with their 3 bigs. Pass over to Sanchez. Screen by Nelson. Nelson goes for the roll, not there. Over to Lackey. Lackey pump fakes. Takes Doris in. The slick ball is back. And this time we're going to get a foul called on Lamp as she reaches.
Are all the lights on in here?
Foul's going to be on the Eagles, number 13, Lauren Lamb. That's her first.
Things going dark for you, Brian?
It's like we're just mishandling a bunch of passes.
Yeah. And that has been a problem for the Lady Cougars in spurts is they make the right pass, so just what a take. Just off. And good putback by Nelson.
Yeah, good strong rebound by Nelson. Kept her hands high and put it right back in for the 2 points.
So we got a fast break opportunity as she comes down. Lackey provides defense. Good position by Stout. And Patterson is going to get called for the push.
It just seems like an immediate scoring threat as soon as the Cougars get a defensive rebound. Right there, if Stout didn't get fouled, she had the Cougars are doing a really good job of getting in position to get that outlet and to push.
So Stout's now going to set up the offensive Beaver on the bench. Dorse looks for the cut. Skips it back over to Lackey. Lackey drives in herself. Passes it back. And we're going to set it up again. Here we go to Nelson. Nelson with an open lane. Goes and takes a good jumper. Banks one in off the glass. Make a 4-point lead for the Cougars. 12-8. 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Ball to Patterson. Patterson in. Skips the pass. Prater gets a good hand on it. Pokes it. It's going to stay Purdy's ball.
That's great backside defense by Prater. A lot of times that high zone player will stay high and allow that weak side block to be open. She crashed down and took away that passing lane.
Yeah, good hustle play. So Nunez feels the pressure. Doris unable to get the ball down the court. We'll see which way it stays. It's going to stay white ball. 3 seconds left. So Purdy just kind of letting us bring the ball up as he gets to the correct position. And coach subs in a shooter here.
Checking in for the Cougars, number 10, Beaver.
Beaver. And now the Eagles are putting that pressure up. Just don't want to give an easy shot up here. Nice read by Beaver. Beaver gets up, gets fouled. No foul called, and Lackey just kind of does what she can with it on the baseline underneath the basketboard.
Backboard.
The basketboard. Backboard. So into the first quarter here, Cougars up 12-8. Feels like it should be 20-8.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, the Cougars are dominating off the defensive glass into transition. It makes me wonder, did they know that they were going to play the 6 o'clock start? It's almost like we kind of are waking up in this first quarter a little bit.
Yeah, maybe nobody reads the email by Lawrence. So, all in all, it was a good finish as our cheerleaders had 2 false starts on their cheer tonight. But I like how the Cougars finished that first quarter. Cougars able to get the ball up the court rather quickly. And like you said, yeah, if we could just maintain control of that ball a little bit better, get some good-looking shots. Yeah, defensively, the Cougars are doing a good job of shutting down everybody but Nunez. But their offense obviously flows mostly through her.
Yeah, and Purdy's going to have to do something, even though the Cougars struggled to connect on those transition opportunities early. Cougars had 2 players out in front of all of Purdy's defense, and so they're going to have to adjust that.
So Nunez goes into the Cougars 1-2-2. Looks onto the entry pass, taken away. Trying to find that high pass. Lackey tries to cut off that baseline. She's going to get called for a foul as she gave up that baseline drive.
Number 32, Lily Lackey. That's her first personal and team first.
Cougars in 2-3. Screen comes across, looking into that low post, taken away by Doris. Still were able to get it in and just shorts it, and Cougars pushing the ball up the court. I imagine Eagles were talking in the timeout about getting back. For 3, shoots it long. Doris secures the rebound, kicks it over to Lackey. Lackey loses it. It's a hard pass. Beaver looks in for the drive. Nice take. Ball's loose. Secured by Aldava. And into the hands of Pulseweight, who brings the ball up. So no one looks for the entry pass, not there. Takes the baseline again. He's got to do a better job of cutting off that baseline. And Aldava gets it 2 points. Cougars doing a good job pushing it up. It finds Lackey and 1.
Love it. Love that play. Wing, pass ahead to the wing, entry to the post, into an easy bucket, and a 1.
Yeah, great job by Lackey. Just hands ready, make the simple move, go right up with it, and gets an opportunity, finds herself on the free throw. Now shooting on those fast break opportunities, don't you think that wing should go all the way down to the corner? Answer's no. Good way to complete the three-point play there.
Yeah, and that's off of the made basket. The Cougars are so good at getting the ball out. Beaver took 2 dribbles, passed ahead, and then no more dribbles after that to finish.
So three-point play by Lackey. Quaddy comes in. Give her a breather. Cougars put a lot of pressure on. Doris almost had that poke. Nunez bringing it in, and we're going to get a travel. So good defensive pressure by the Cougars to force a turnover. So Beaver brings the ball up. Pass in, Quaddy back to Nelson, finds that backdoor cut to Doris. Good pass. And good find by Nelson to find Doris cutting down the baseline.
Yeah, real nice high post action by the Cougars on that set. Nobody down low, and then opened up the cut.
So trying to pass the ball up, Quaddy's able to get there and force the jump ball. And it'll go now to the Cougars. 17-10, 6:14 left in the second quarter. Ball up to Beaver. Back over Stout into that high post, finds Doris. Doris with the 3, bounces just off. Eagles come up with the rebound.
Quaddy was right there in position for that rebound. Just needs to go up a little bit more aggressive to pull it down.
That is not something we have discussed. There's a good job of Nelson cutting down that baseline that they've been trying to hit. And good rebound by Stout up to Beaver. Beaver looks in, finds Quaddy, and she loses the ball.
Yeah, we don't want that to be a chest pass. That pass into the runner needs to be a bounce pass or a lob pass.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good look. It was a good find.
Number 0, Courtney Patterson.
So Patterson checks back in for the Eagles as Aldava sits down. You're staying in their trap. Ball's passed up after the travel there by Patterson. She started moving before she had control of the ball. Put the ball down. Stout into Beaver. Looking at that high post by Nelson. Looks for that backdoor cut. She takes it herself, a little hard off the glass. Beaver looks over to Quaddy into the bounce pass. Good ball movement. Nice dribbling there. Over to Doris for 3, and she bangs it in. A big 3-point, good play as Doris was wide open. Takes a good shot to extend now to a 10-point lead. Errant pass
Inerrant defense, really.
That was just good pressure by the Cougars as Nunez throws it to where she thinks her teammate's going to be. But her teammate's not moving, and so it's passed out of bounds.
30 seconds.
Get on your feet and yell for your team. Go, Big Green.
So Cougars feel like they're settling in a little bit here now.
Yeah, now double-digit lead for the Cougars, and things are starting to work well for them. Ellen Nelson at that high post is giving the Eagles a little bit of trouble, and that backdoor cut by Doris has been open.
I mean, that play, getting that high post gives you two options whenever the defense crashes up on you for the baseline cuts and then even to pass it back to the three for a quick ball movement. So definitely would still like to see that great pushing the ball up the court after a defensive rebound. So Cougars ball after the timeout. That's in the Beaver. Cougars stay in their same offensive set. So to Beaver. She looks in the skip pass. Over Stout. Beaver's got a chance. She takes the three. Nelson tips the ball, but last touch by Nelson. Eagles ball. Cougars drop out of their full court press and instead to option into a half court. Extended 2-1-2. Passed into number 10. Back underneath to number 1. Passes through the crowd. And Cougars pushing the ball up.
Beaver's just so good at being there on that outlet to create that break for the Cougars. Good job by Purdy getting back, though.
Skip pass over to Stout. Stout one quickly to Doris, who nailed another, and she gets another one. Two great threes in a row. 23-10.
Yeah, great ball movement by the Cougars. Doris ready to shoot.
So good poke there by Quaddy coming through to knock that ball loose.
Checking in for the Cougars, number 2.
Sanchez comes in for Quaddy. And substitution here. Nunez comes in for Postlethwaite. Cougars in a 1-2-2, or yeah, 1-2-2. That's into Patterson. Patterson looks at that entry pass, poked away. Nunez tries to get set, but the Cougars take it away. Skip pass over to Lamp. Lamp down in that low post. Cougars tightly defend, and they're going to get a call for a foul. I believe this one's on Stout.
Foul's going to be on the Cougars. Number
Her first
4,
foul of the game,
Olsen.
second team
That's
foul
her
of the
first
quarter.
personal and team second.
It's kind of a bailout foul. Both players had their arms in the air. She tried to go through the arms.
So tight defense there by Doris, but the ball's knocked loose, and Nelson's going to get called for illegal use of hands.
That's an automatic first down, I believe.
Foul's going to be on the Cougars. Number
Nelson's
4,
fouls are
Olsen.
usually
Her second
not
personal
on
and
the
team third.
initial. It's always on the second when she's trying to get a reacher. He's trying to secure the loose ball. It's usually where she gets hit. But, yeah, so timeout here after Nunez goes to the line and bounces the first one off the rim.
Full timeout.
So Cougars widening their lead here in the second quarter now, 23-10. Off back-to-back clutch big threes by Doris. It's good to see the Cougars get the three game back after a couple dry spells. Didn't attempt a lot of threes, not a lot of threes against Jasper, but Doris had a big one late in the game to take that 4-point lead and just narrow it down to 1. It's good to see continued good shooting from range for the Cougars.
Was Allie Stout's first game back against Jasper?
Yes. So Stout missed some time with an ankle injury, and so she missed the month of December basically. And so she came back ready to go on Monday night, first game of 2026, and played a full game.
Okay, good.
Yep. So definitely good, and we felt that felt her back pretty quickly in that game. She made some big plays against Jasper and continues to make some good plays tonight. Cougars back with their initial starting lineup after the timeout. And Nunez goes to the line to shoot her second of 2 free throws.
Yeah, she's only got 4 points on the board. It feels like she's been more of a factor than that.
Well, I mean, when she has most of her points. Now she has 5. So 23-11, 3.5 left. Cougars get down, get set up. Sanchez into Nelson. Nelson looks for that skip float to over to Doris. Doris finds the backboard, and that ball is going to be last touched, I believe, by Lamp. So it'll stay Cougars ball.
The Eagles were stacked down there, but really nice entry by Nelson on the high-low to get it to Doris.
Yeah, that's not an easy pass. Pass back to Beaver. One more to Sanchez. Sanchez open for the deep 3, and she nails it.
I love the one more pass by Beaver because she had a 3 in the corner, but the better 3 is at the wing, and gave it to Sanchez to nail it.
Well, it's good to see Cougars shoot so well from range tonight. Pass into Nelson, deters her. Nunez drives in. Not knowing where to go. Nunez then back out. Rebound there by Lamp. Back into Patterson. Nelson's just doing a good job of deterring that shot. Long 2. And rebound rolls over everybody. And the Cougars come up with it. Pushes the ball down to Beaver. Great pass. And Beaver gets the and 1.
Nice job by Stout finding that pass up to Beaver. Beaver controls it and finishes strong through contact.
That pass was just right over the defender. So I don't know if you saw it, but I think they took the ball and rolled around in the stickum.
Yeah, they must have.
So Quaddy comes in as Nelson gets a breather. The Cougars now have a 28-11 lead. And Beaver goes to the line to make it a 3-point play. Shots long. Quaddy goes up. Good job contesting that rebound. And the ball will go to the Eagles. And I think the Cougars are going to stay up in their press. Ball passed over to Lamp. Went over to Nunez. Lamp looking back to Nunez. Here comes the trap. Able to pass it through. Ball's loose. Quaddy pushes the ball up. Finds Stout. Stout goes up to a tough left-handed shot. Up again. And good putback by Doris. Good rebound and putback.
Yeah, nice left-handed finish by Doris after pulling down the tough rebound.
Hey, good play there by Beaver. And she just jumps the pass. Just jumps the pass and gets her own nice, easy shot there. And the Cougars are rolling.
You know, I like to sometimes say you can't win by 20 in the first 2 minutes, but it kind of felt like, you know, that's where we should have been right from the start. But now they're rolling.
Yeah, Cougars just dominant the second quarter. You know, the first quarter was pretty tight, you know, as we just missed some opportunities off fast breaks to be able to execute and finish. But now it's all Cougars. It's great to see the rounded offense that we've shown tonight.
Yeah, scored in a lot of different ways. They're scoring in transition, which is kind of the Blankenship bread and butter, is to get out in that secondary fast break. But then also that Princeton set with the extended wings, backdoor cuts, and then just muscling up offensive rebounds.
Yeah, that's something that the Cougars, you know, after graduating Libby Fanning last year, who was just the Libby Raider, because she was just so dominant on the offensive boards and getting those putbacks. So it's great to see Doris come in there, take advantage of her height and length, and to be able to get some putbacks there. So Purdy calls a timeout after a kind of a frustrating series of turnovers that have helped push the Cougar lead up even further.
Yeah, the Lady Eagles are just not able to get through the press break of the Cougars. So Cougars dropping out of that again.
They're ready for a trap at the hike. Good jump there by Doris, and hands by Beaver. Beaver's going to get that ball up to Sanchez, but it was able to be tipped by Postal weight, but they go right back and start trapping. So we're going to get a foul here.
Foul's going to be on the Cougars, number 2, Julia Sanchez.
Foul on
That's her third
Sanchez,
personal on team 4.
who's frustrated because
Checking
that's
in
her
for the
third
Cougars,
foul.
Number 5, Trudy Prater.
And so Prater comes in for her. I think Sanchez didn't want to sit out, but she knew after that third foul was called on her, she had to go get a breather. Ball brought up into the top of the key, down in the post, Valdeva, and then just another pass jumped. And Prater's pushing through, floats it off high. Quaddy secures the rebound, chooses not to go back up with it. Pass up to Beaver, over to Doris. Doris goes for 3, didn't make it 3 in a row. And Nunez secures the ball.
Even though we didn't finish that layup, it was a much better pass ahead by the Cougars into that opportunity. And, of course, the offensive rebound followed.
Looking at that low post, and she loses control of the dribble.
If they want to get to the corner and then dribble baseline to feed the paint, but they don't have the right personnel in to make that baseline drive.
Yeah, they're trying to overload that paint, which is the 1-2-2 that the Cougars are running to create some type of action to get in that somebody to sneak through. Looks like Coach maybe wants to slow it down just a little bit here. Ball's poked off, but it was tipped by Nunez. Beaver passes the ball up. Looks like the Cougars are content to run out the clock in the first half. And that ball's going to be poked, and foul called on Lamp.
Foul's going to be on the Eagles, number 13, Lauren Lamb. That's her second personal.
That's the second foul on Lamp. 13 seconds left. As the Cougars run a full sideline inbounds play. Gets the ball back to Beaver. Looking for that one last second shot. Ball's poked by Nunez. Ball's up, kicked. Oh. You can see what they were going there for. They were trying to draw in to kick it out to Stout for that 3. Just under 2 seconds left. Ball skipped over. Quaddy, oh, why are you passing it? Oh. And Quaddy wide open underneath the basket. As the clock expires, decides to kick it out and force Stout to try to take a quick shot. So Cougars dominant second quarter as they go in with a 32 to 11 point lead.
Yeah, the Cougars have to be happy with how they made adjustments in the second quarter and put some clean possessions together. And of course, Doris hitting those threes kind of opens up everything. When you can hit it from the perimeter, then the inside game becomes so much easier.
So we'll go ahead and take a break here through halftime. We'll come back here for the second half.
The closing is just the beginning. We value the trust in business. Realty One.
host the Purdy Lady Eagles. New Heights up 32-11, and after a really dominant second quarter. Beaver handles the pressure. Nelson's looking for that skip pass. Sanchez goes through.
Oh, the pass there is to Nelson. So that's exactly what Purdy was running in the first half. You go baseline, and then you feed that to the high post that's cutting. Nelson was right there to receive it.
Probably if you would have done that, then whoever was defending that baseline pass would have crashed, and you could have then skipped it. Pass up the high post. Nunez over to Aldova. Entered in, and she's going to draw the foul as Patterson goes up. Patterson's had the opportunity tonight to take some shots in the paint, but she just generally has been passing it out.
That's her first personal.
So that foul is on Doris, her first foul of the night. So Patterson true on the first.
Cougars having a little bit of an assignment issue on that baseline drive. They double it, and then the third player is coming over to be a triple instead of keeping on the player in the paint.
So Patterson good on both of those. Skip down pass and a shot by Stout. Just a little long. Doris goes up into traffic, and she's going to get called as she shifted her feet before she put the dribble down.
I love the shot by Stout, though. She pulled up. She didn't. Whoa, hold on. You got the ref can't just start it like that.
Oh, good poke there by Beaver. Beaver keeps fighting for it. Sanchez, the ball's going to be down, and we got a timeout, I guess, that you can call without real possession.
Well, the ref didn't even make the. He didn't even touch the ball before the Purdy. It was like a soccer inbound.
Oh, really? So he just set it there, and she came and kicked through it.
No, it went out of bounds. The Purdy player grabbed it and threw it in.
Yeah, she didn't flip throw it into the teammate. So a quick timeout here by the Eagles on the loose ball, just trying to maintain possession as they're trying to work back against this pretty sizable Cougar lead to start the third quarter. Cougars have their starters, 3 seniors, 2 sophomores, as there's no juniors on the high school girls team. Cougars looking for the trap, trying to take away the next pass. Entry pass, and Patterson just kind of loses control of it.
It's that side of the court that's tough to handle the pass.
That's it. That's what it is, Brian.
Glad we're on this side.
Yeah. Yeah, we should have a lot more transition points here. Beaver does a crossover, takes Nunez. Skip back over to Doris. Doris almost travels. Pass over to Beaver. Beaver looks, gets tipped, but Nelson's there for the putback.
I'm not sure. I'd like to hear if Beaver intentionally made that. It looked like she got denied and she flipped that to Nelson.
Yeah, good skill play
Yeah.
by Beaver. Oh, Nunez picks up the dribble. Skip pass over Aldova, and Nelson does a good job of crashing and getting a hand on tip it before Patterson has an open shot.
Yeah, Nelson with a sellout to deny the complete pass, playing over the defender.
There's in a 2-3. Ball up underneath to Patterson. It's going to get called for the foul.
Okay, we'll start with guarding the player that's standing on the block.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's the pass that every inbounds play is made to create. It's just something right there, the easiest possible shot. And she's able to get in, and by the time that Stout gets there, she gets called for the foul.
Clock's running. Are we in?
I don't think so. Unless there was some decision by the coaches, we shouldn't be in a running clock. Beaver pushes the ball up with her left, gets to the baseline, picks up her dribble, looks for something, not there. Doris crosses over, drives in, she looks for something. Beaver goes for the pump fake, off the screen. Nelson thinks about the long two, and just short. As Doris goes for 3, pokes the ball out, and it'll go to the Eagles.
Yeah, those last 2 3-point attempts by Doris have just come up a little bit short, like she's losing control as she's going into the shot.
So he looks up, avoids the trap into the high post. Patterson bobbles the ball. She goes up. And
That's a good-looking shot by Patterson.
again, so many times in the first half, she just passed out of it. She'd get the ball in that position, just like her offense was trying to create, and she just passed out of that. So Stout with an open shot that doesn't take it. Pass over to Beaver. She's going to take the three, and
Yes.
she nails it. Good three by Beaver. That gives her 9 points on the night. So Cougars with 2 players in double digits and another one with 9. So good scoring by the Cougars. Entry pass down to Patterson. Again, Patterson doing so much more on Nelson. Oh man, dangerous pass, but this one's a good one. And Sanchez goes up strong and draws the foul against Nunez.
Yeah, good strong take with her left hand.
Didn't need to necessarily spin when she got the ball. Just slowed up, just chewed up a little bit of time. But still a good strong take. Nunez now with 2 fouls on the night. Sanchez makes the first.
Checking in for the Eagles, number 0, Courtney Patterson.
And Patterson now checking in for Aldava.
I'm about a minute behind on the clock for that stoppage. 4:26 on the official clock.
And that one bounces out. And last touched by Doris. Osterway throws the ball in. Nunez brings it up. Let's see if they try to feature more of Patterson here, as she's had some success in the paint. Oh, nice jump and read by Nelson, who controls dancing on the baseline. And she goes up with her left hand, and good layup by Ella Nelson.
Nelson had that red. I mean, that was a free safety just waiting to pounce on that pass.
Osterway takes her own drive, and Beaver, good way to secure the rebound. Finds Doris, who's got a one-on-one and hangs on. Oh! So a good pass, and then just Doris doing a good job pushing the ball up the court, and Lamp comes in just a little late, fouls her, and sends Doris to the free throw. 24-point lead for the Cougars. And she's good on the first.
That's her 3rd personal and team 2nd.
So a 3rd foul down Postlethwaite, and the Eagles really just playing 7 players tonight. Ball whips out, but Beaver doing a great job coming with the rebound. Doris goes for the 3, rolls out. Nelson secures the rebound, and a great putback by Nelson. So off the missed layup, offensive rebound and a putback.
Yeah, I love the opportunity to get an offensive rebound off a missed free throw.
So Cougars put the trap, and they're going to get a reach on Nelson. You know, Nelson tries to feign innocent, I think, every time she fouls.
She's got a little Jace Walker in her.
Yeah, she does. But I don't know if she actually believes she didn't foul like Jace did. At least Jason just never believed he fouled. But the ball's been given. Both teams not responding, and that shortens that 5 seconds down quite a bit. Sanchez pokes it out, but it's going to stay Eagles ball. 43-16, 3:17 in the 3rd. Passing Nunez. Nunez over to Postlethwaite. And good tip there by Doris. And it'll stay Eagles ball. Substitution for the Cougars. Quaddy, Lackey, and Prater come in as Nelson, Sanchez, and Doris get a breather. This is Postlethwaite over to Nunez. Patterson comes up to the top. 3 opportunity, bounces off. Oh, and
Smart play by Beaver after the ball got blocked to just let it go out.
yeah, she was trying to push the ball down the court just like the normal, but it was just a good defensive play there to break up that fast break. That's one to Prater. She Screen by Lackey. She gets that nice screen and roll.
That is a great play.
And good finish off the curling layup by Lackey.
Love the touch by Prater to just float that into Lackey to be able to receive it high.
Bounce pass, entry pass over to the cutter, she's getting everybody turned around. Beaver secures the steal.
Barely stayed in.
Nobody wants that ball. Prater will take it. And ball last touched by the Cougars.
The Cougars had four players ahead of every Purdy player somehow on that play.
We got some fresh legs off the bench.
That's true.
Yeah. Look at the spacing here on this offense. So Lackey gets a good poke and steal and good pass. Beaver secures herself, gets set. And another good play there by the Cougars. We've now widened the lead to 31, which matters in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and we have 1 quarter, did you say, of JV after this?
Correct. Well, looks like some of the JV players are going to get a little bit more tonight. Rebound by Stout.
Nice crossover dribble.
Stout pushes the ball up. Nobody's going to pick her up, so she's just going to take it all the way.
Yeah, love to see that from Allie. As the dribbler, if nobody cuts you off, you go all the way to the basket. And that's a great job by her to see that lane.
Exactly what she did. Good take by Allie. Nunez over to Patterson. Quaddy gets beat on the baseline. Good block out by Prater.
That's not an outlet pass, though.
And jump shot by Nunez. Rebound by Patterson.
Patterson's a strong, athletic player. They're asking her to play down in the post, which probably isn't her ideal spot. Wow.
Oh. Offensive foul called on Stout as they say that Postlethwaite was in position.
I didn't grab that on the replay, unfortunately.
A couple substitutions here as the seniors grab a breather. And we get Lawrence. Lawrence comes in, and Emily comes in. And Hetzel comes in to get some minutes here. 21, she shoots it just off. Lawrence tries to dribble through. Ball gets lost. Quaddy's contesting. Pass in, and Lackey gets a hand on it, and it goes off the Cougars.
Yeah, Lakin tried to do the same thing that Allie did, is that crossover dribble with the defender. The thing you got to remember on a crossover is you can't gain ground when you're crossing. You got to give up ground to cross to space and then go forward.
So Quaddy and Lackey swatting that ball away like a fly, knocking it out of bounds. Just on the ball, looking for their opportunity. They take away that baseline. Good job. Ball gets passed in to Patterson. She's going to get called by the foul on Prater, who reaches through.
Yeah, I don't know how that got through to Patterson. It looked like it was pretty well defended.
Well, it's interesting because Patterson is having a nice second quarter here, or second half here, after playing pretty quiet.
Yeah, now has 9 points.
So early in the game, Nunez was doing most of their scoring, but here lately Patterson's been stepping it up.
They list the heights on that roster? No.
No. I think Nelson was a big deterrent for Patterson in the first half. Just her athletic ability. Loose ball there, Patterson secures it, and she's going to drive in. She shoots it too hard. Loose ball, shot up by Postlethwaite, and the Cougars swatted that ball out of bounds.
Yeah, you don't see too many girls that elevate like Patterson. She's just very athletic. I suppose she's probably a volleyball player.
Ball stripped out, and we're going to get a quick foul here.
We are in the bonus, too.
This one's called on Prater. Prater has fouled out more than one time this season. But that's just her second foul here. And so Courtney Patterson goes to the free throw line, senior. And she's true on the first.
No relation.
Yeah, there's either cousins or sisters. We got the Postlethwaite Sister
0 and 10.
cousins.
They probably are related.
And the Patterson. Good rebound by Prater. Ball gets poked out by Nunez. Prater secures it. She pushes that ball up to Lawrence. Lawrence goes for 2. Good looking shot. Hetzel secures the rebound off a good position. Ball's loose, and we're going to get a foul, a jump.
That's a generous jump.
Yeah. I assumed after I saw the reaching that Prater's about to pick up her third. Call jump ball. You almost kind of want this jump ball. Like, you almost want them to have that, right?
Yeah, at the end of the quarter.
Yeah. So nobody's picking up Nunez. She's able to drive and then just not aware of the clock as Patterson had an opportunity.
Yeah, Nunez has really been quiet in the second half after the. Well, she looked like a pretty dominant player early, but I think she's just worn out with all the responsibility she had and just the smothering press of the Cougars.
Yeah, Cougars with the lead like they have haven't really run that press. I mean, they haven't run it incredibly effectively since the first half, but they haven't run it much anyways in the second with the lead that they've had. So 30-point lead right now, so we'll get a running clock when we start the fourth quarter. Unless Purdy can get back into this and slow down that lead, that run, and eat at that lead that the Cougars have. So right at the end of the quarter, Coach B put in the starters again for, I would assume, the last couple minutes of the night. And the Lady Eagles give Patterson a breather as Aldalva comes back in. Cougars ball to begin the second half because of that last second jump ball. 6-second left jump ball. Ball to Beaver. Out by Nunez. Good ball control. Nelson drives in. Cougar Stout looks for that. Nice step through.
Yeah.
But she gonna foul. Yeah,
She tried. Yeah. It was nice job by Allie to find that little bounce pass in to Ella, but Ella just hopped through it.
Cougars backing off their high trap. Leaves Lamp open for 3. She's off. Loose ball. And Ella's able to come up with it. She's pushing down the court to Sanchez. Sanchez is going to just let her teammates catch up with her.
Beaver's just always in the right position for that outlet pass. I love that how the Cougars get so quickly into transition.
There's the roll. Nice find. Doris steps through. Good play by Doris. And a good pass by Stout.
Yeah, strong rip through by Doris to go high and then to the low to be able to settle herself and score.
And Nunez looking for the offense. Posaway tries to look in. Finds Aldava, loose ball. Everybody kind of stood around for just a split second. Oh, man. And now we're in this kind of game. Oh. So, yeah, a fast break opportunity there for the Cougars, and Stout just kind of just pulls it up and allows them to get there. Nelson rolls the wrong way. Pass up to Beaver, off the screen. They find the roll there. Good step through. Oh. I thought, you know, she made that play and she just kind of floated it over to her teammates on the bench.
Yeah. Well, there were 2 teammates in that general area.
Yeah. Nunez picks up her dribble. As over top, she gets in the top of the key. She's looking for that bounce pass off Delva. Gets tipped out. And ball's loose
Wow.
at a 3. So a good shot there by Postlewaite.
That's what we call clean living.
Clean living. Beer set up the offense. Over to Doris. Doris is looking on the inside. Nelson, and nice find underneath. And one. As Patterson comes through and Sanchez makes the basket.
Yeah, really sneaky entry as Sanchez just goes behind that, kind of caught the zone out of position.
Yeah, so great play there by the Lady Cougars. And three-point play completed by Sanchez. Cougars with a 32-point lead. Lady Eagles take their time bringing the ball up. Ball into the high post. She looks down. The short corner not there. And Beaver tips the ball. Fights every instinct in her being to not push the ball up the court.
Yeah, you don't see that often in a basketball game where they don't push in transition after a certain lead.
Good pass back out to Sanchez, who drops the three.
Love it.
Good patience on offense and good passing and a great finish by Julia. The Eagles in no particular rush here. Nelson gets pump faked up, goes to the reach, and we got a block shot by Doris. And Stout dribbles the ball up. We're going to get a wholesale substitution here at the next dead ball. High screen. Looks for the roll. She's looking for the oh, man. Nice take. Tough layup. Tough layup attempt. And she's kind of off balance and has to float it off the top. But a good finish by Jessie.
You take a look at that on replay as
she goes into all the traffic. And good play. So substitution here as the starters are done for the night. The next 5 are in. Prater, Lawrence, Hutzel, Lackey, and Quaddy. Ball passed in, tipped up by Patterson. Lawrence tries to dribble through the traffic, gets poked free. And Nunez just rolls it out. Lackey gets the rebound, gets the ball up to Prater. Prater brings the ball up, kicks it over to Lawrence. Lawrence skip pass over to Lackey. Back up to Hetzel. She drives through the lane, loses a little bit of control of the ball in the strip. Prater gets a good looking shot, just long. And Patterson comes up with the rebound, and now she's pushing up the court.
I love the pump fake by Hetzel to get into the lane. She just took one too many dribbles.
Oh, good rebound there by Hutzel. Almost get a frustration foul there by Lamp. So Quaddy's able to get the ball. She dribbles off her knee. Skipped up to Hutzel. Over Lackey. Got the cut. She takes the shot. Tough shot. Quaddy passes it out.
Quaddy's got a little fire in her.
Just dribble one step back, get yourself in position. And then we're going to get a foul on Lawrence. And she gets her hands just a little too low. No? No foul.
Is it a injury?
No, it's just tie your shoe.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Oh, well, there was a player standing on the sideline. I thought maybe.
Okay, maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe Patterson checked out. Trying to get that cutter, and Quaddy's going to foul her. As Patterson comes through in the entry. Gets yourself in a good position.
Foul's going to be on the Cougars, number 20, Jenna Quaddy. That's her second personal and team first.
That's her second foul, so she's made it at least farther than she did in the Jasper game without fouling out.
Hey, there's 2 minutes left, and it's a running clock. I think she can still do it.
She's got 3 to give, so. Patterson off on the first. Short on the second. Lawrence gets the ball up, nobody there. Hutzel was running down, but she just wasn't expecting the pass. So Lawrence actually executing their transition offense, just not everybody on the same page. Patterson gets the ball back underneath, elbows out of the way, Quaddy gets a hand on it and pushes the ball up, and Lawrence secures it, but that's going to be tipped away by Patterson.
Yeah, you really see the difference when Beaver's in that game and we get that outlet wide and then attack rather than that throw through the middle.
Yeah, she's done such a good job of that tonight. And Patterson just ready on the baseline. Nobody able to come up with the rebound, but it's last tipped. I think it was last tipped by the Eagles. As it went through 3 girls' hands. But it'll stay Eagles ball nonetheless. Ball passed in. Ball's over to Patterson. Patterson shoots it up over, and good rebound there by Lawrence. She's trying to dribble through traffic, and that's been tough for her, not having a good outlet. And ball in the Prater. 20 seconds left in the game. Prater with it. Hutzel fights off the defense, and the ball's out of Quaddy's hands. And we'll see if we get time for a last second shot here as Nunez throws it up, and that's the game. Cougars win this one. And again, an important district game as they beat the visiting Purdy Eagles 59-22. So I imagine we'll just keep the stream going as we have 1 quarter of JV game. I imagine they'll pull it off pretty quick here. I don't know if they'll get much more than maybe 10 minutes max.
Yeah, because it's those same girls, or is there? Do the Cougars have specific JV players that didn't play? I think they do,
Yes.
actually.
Yeah, they've been warming up.
Okay, I don't think Purdy's going to play that same group.
I do see a couple girls that are taking their warm-ups off that we haven't seen yet tonight.
Okay.
So I imagine Purdy just has 1 senior, number 0, Courtney Patterson, and a couple freshmen. So we'll take a audio break. Looks like 8 minutes. Put on the clock for the teams to get warmed up.
We'll just run you through. There's about 2.5 minutes of second half highlights, and then we'll come back live.
Sounds great.
All right, we have audio. Are we going with 8 minutes?
Looks like 8 minutes for the 1 quarter here. JV, a little bit less time than we thought. So Hutzel gets the ball into Lawrence. Lawrence drives in, gets blocked by Patterson. So, and we're going to get a foul here. Yeah, on Televen. Televen likes to keep her arms wide, regardless if the.
Yeah, I remember that from last game. Yeah. But in her defense, last game the refs weren't calling any fouls.
That's true. Or knowing where to put the ball on the inbounds. Lawrence secures the rebound. She gets the ball up into Johnson. Johnson travels as she's trying to secure the loose ball. and a turnover by the Cougars. So I thought maybe we get a couple minutes to warm up, but they go straight into the game. So Lady Eagles, and Telvin gets a tip on that ball. Pass down to a wide open Patterson, who had a great second half in the varsity game. And so she gets the first points of the quarter / game / half for the Eagles. That's over to Johnson. Johnson over Bridgette. She skips the ball over to Lawrence. Back into where Bridgette was going. Skipped over to Lawrence. Lawrence ball gets tipped. Telvin secures it. Over to Hutzel, gets the pump fake up, and she gets the drive. Oh, it's a good play there to pump fake her up. Just couldn't finish the layup.
Yeah, I love Hetzel being aware of the baseline, faking and then going baseline for the drive.
So that shot was by number 20, 12, excuse me, Perez. That was one of the players that didn't play in the varsity game. Tough pass over to Lawrence. Lawrence secures it. Dakota Hutzel gets another good pump fake up on Patterson, and she gets a good shot off the glass for 2 points.
Yeah, nice soft touch off the glass to finish.
Also brings the ball up. And ball underneath, just off. Loose ball. Lyman secures it. There's the baseline to Patterson. She floats one over to her sister, cousin, Patterson.
Or no relation.
Or zero relation whatsoever. A lot of assumptions here in the booth tonight. That's over to Bridgette. Entry pass picked off by Patterson. She's pushing it up. Telvin comes across on the defense. And ball's off. Also comes up with another rebound. It's Purdy, nobody's picking her up. She just takes the drive in. Oh, and just rolls off the front, but a good play on the line.
Yeah, I love the awareness by Hetzel to see that nobody's going to pick her up and just attack the basket.
Yeah, I'd love to see that type of confidence in our JV girls.
Checking in for the Eagles, number 13, Lauren Lamp.
So Lamp checks in. So we just got a couple players here who didn't play during the varsity game for the Lady Eagles. Partially why we're playing only one quarter, I would assume. The Jet throws a little pass high. Hetzel. And number 1 drives in. Kicks it back to Patterson. She shoots it long. Over to Lamp. Lamp's going to get the foul and one. As she goes up with the shot.
Basket's good.
And Lamp's going to go to the basket.
The offensive rebounds, backside offensive rebounds are right there for the taking. Cougars got to find that weak side block and box out.
So Postal Weight checks in for Patterson. As Lamp's at the line, and she completes the three-point play. It's 7-2.
Postal Weight?
Postal Weight?
Huh.
Postal Weight?
Just thinking about like how that last name would originate.
I'm not quite sure. The Jet trying to get scared. That's not a backcourt. It was last tipped.
Oh.
Lawrence. Oh. Pass read by the other Postal Weight, who goes in and drives for 2. So Hetzel now bringing the ball up. Over to Bridgette. Down to Lawrence. Skip pass up top. Televin's working to travel, but not called. Another skip pass. Pump fake. Good pump fake and good take by Hetzel.
Yeah, it's just not an easy skill to develop, is the patience to pump fake without traveling. Really nice job by Anna Hetzel.
Pass up top, down the baseline to Perez. And good defensive play there by Televin to
Find
lead
her.
that pass. Nobody's picking up Hetzel. Now she can show Bridgette. Bridgette for the 2. Just bounces short. Ball pushed over to the skip, just through the hands of Lamp.
Sometimes the tendency is the shot goes up and you become a fan of the result rather than getting in position to win the rebound. Here's just a little bit lack of aggression on that offensive rebound opportunity.
So substitutions here, Spencer and Lackey and Bender check in for the Cougars. Spencer,
Ooh.
yeah, tough bounce pass across, and that's going to be backcourt. Substitution here for the Eagles as Patterson checks in
Checking in for the Eagles, number 0.
for one of the postal weights. Pass back up to Nunez. Nunez drives over, back to Patterson. She gets set, decides against it. Looks for her, cut underneath. Lackey's going to get called for the foul as she was trying to contest the shot.
Oh.
No. What are they calling that?
I took
Travel?
it back. I didn't see the travel there, but
Well, they didn't call a foul. So Spencer, she's going to drive in and passes it. And Lawrence for three. And off the glass.
that's how you do it. You find that square and you hit it hard.
Doesn't matter where you are on the court. Find that sweet spot. 7-9. Cougars cut back the lead just to 2. And good there. Good steal by Patterson. She gets the ball to Spencer. Spencer pushes it up, looks up, and just errant pass there. I'm going to learn how to say it right, man. I have to catch myself every time.
Yeah. I hear the hesitation, which makes me laugh.
Well, then I force myself to do it so to make sure I say it correctly. It's like I gotta do it. Gotta relearn. So Patterson, she goes up for three. Tries to get to the glass. Lawrence gets the rebound. Ball's poked out by Patterson. She's gonna get a good look at a layup. Just too hard. Ball's loose, back up. And Lawrence comes away with it again. And passes back to Spencer. Spencer gets the ball. Hutzel. Over to Lawrence. Lawrence looks at skip pass to Lackey. Lackey pump fakes through. And shoots the 2. And ball's loose. We're going to get a jump ball here that's going to go to the Eagles.
I love that defensive rebound by Lawrence on the, she ended up turning that ball over, but the going up with one hand and pulling that rebound in, that's a really aggressive rebound.
So Prada brings the ball up. Pass over to Patterson back up top. That's almost gets the jump on it. Nunez goes through. Ball's loose. Patterson puts it back up. And Bender, and we're going to get a jump ball. It's going to go the Cougars' way. The Cougars just down 2, minute 30 left in the first quarter. You think about fouling here to try to catch back up?
That's a good question.
Yeah. I mean, imagine right now it's just about minutes, not about the win. So good shot. Oh, Lackey thinks about it, but sees Bender underneath, but just passes a little soft.
Just a little self-doubt. She missed the last shot, but that's her shot. That's a 10-foot shot she needs to take.
Yes, looks for a step through. Good defense. Ball's tipped by Lawrence. Ball underneath, and we're going to get a foul here.
On the floor.
Is it on the floor?
Foul's going to be on the Cougars, number 42, Vivian
Okay.
Lackey.
And she was definitely in motion.
He's saying on the floor, but I definitely thought she was shooting.
Maria Tevelon.
Yeah.
The other ref's like, hey, that was shooting. No. Let's get the game restarted.
Ball underneath. Pass underneath. Gets a couple shots at it, and eventually we're going to get called for a foul there as Dava keeps getting her own rebound and putback, and the foul's going to be called on Lackey.
Number 42, Vivian Lackey. That's her second personal on team 4.
So Cougars in one quarter have 4 fouls. Purdy has 0. As Aldava goes to the line, shoots hard on the first free throw.
I would like to see a three-pointer out of us this next possession, just to really feel the lead.
Right, yeah. Oh, and then, oh man, both Cougars going up for the rebound. And
Yeah, secure the rebound with a pivot foot, find the outlet. If it's not there, then dribble.
yeah, dribbling is one of the worst ways to get control of the ball when it's really loose. It can be, and Sullivan's going to get called for the foul, and we're going to get some free throws here.
Well, we asked for more action, and that's what we're getting.
That's her second personal and team fifth.
The Eagles are in the bonus now.
7-9. It's so tough because JV team has several players on it. They have 8. And just one quarter of basketball, they're just not getting many minutes.
Yeah, and Jasper, the Jasper game didn't even have a JV, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it's always tough when you can't offer the younger players their development minutes.
Yeah, I was actually talking to Coach B about that this week. You know, it's just unfortunate that the girls that come out for the team, a lot of these smaller schools that we play don't have enough girls to play the game.
Yeah.
Get full JV games. Practice is good. I won't take away from that, but getting minutes in games is important. And so Coach Jones, who coaches the JV team, you know, just has to sub pretty quickly.
Yeah, and I think they've been trying to get some minutes against the junior high boys. The junior high boys season starts later. Junior high girls are already done for the year, but they try to get some scrimmages against them with the JV just to give them some game action against an opponent.
Well, with eight JV players, not including Prater and Quaddy, who sometimes play some JV minutes, 10 players, that's a lot of JV players. That's almost New Heights boys varsity.
Yeah.
But just pack it into a quarter. So Hutzel brings the ball up. 4-point lead. Gets a screen. Lackey kicks the ball in. Hutzel for 3, short. And ball goes to the Eagles. Just under 34 seconds left. Cougars playing full court defense. Nunez handles the pressure, brings the ball up, and skips the pass. And ball just rims out. Lawrence gets the ball.
It's a 2-possession game. We got to score quickly.
Up to Bender. Bender Hutzel.
We'll call a timeout if we score here.
Yeah. Feel the clock. Feel the clock. Sullivan, she looks for her pass, and we got. And I mean, to Hutzel's credit, she did feel the clock, and they're going to say that it was tipped. And so it'll stay Cougars ball. So Hutzel trying to create some points there to try to bring it back in it. Ball to Lawrence. Hudson and Bender back to Hutzel, who shoots 3. Just short. She goes back up with it as a buzzer beater.
Count
Good
it.
Final shot. And are we going to get more than a quarter? Nope. Everybody's lining up. So the final of the JV quarter, Purdy wins 11 to the Cougars 9. So Lady Cougars are back in action tomorrow night as they travel to Seneca. There'll be 2 quarters of JV and a full varsity game against the Seneca Indians.
Seneca doesn't have enough for a girls JV?
Nope.
I would have figured they'd have had a freshman team.
Yep.
I guess Seneca is really I forget how small Seneca is.
Yeah. Well, when you read Lawrence's emails, you get to see really the quarters and their distributions.
They're so long, though, and wordy.
It's just pictures of all this stuff. No, there's 2. We get 2 from the school. There's one of like everything that's happening, and then there's the sports for the week.
Yeah.
But yeah, our boys will be in action at home tomorrow night as we play host to
Norwood.
Norwood. Oh, that should be a good game.
That should be that's a tough match for us. We curious to see if Jaden Smith will be able to go after suffering that ankle injury on Tuesday night. Re-injuring an ankle that's been giving him trouble. So,
well, good win by our varsity girls after Monday night's tough loss to come in here win a district game so dominantly. getting some good minutes and a lot of good scoring by our Lady Cougars. So thanks for listening in, and we'll be back for action tomorrow night.